Well, good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in this beautiful world. Welcome to Guidance with Glenyce. Now, I've been really excited about all this week. I've been concentrating on what I'm going to bring into the show today, and I've had so many people messaging me about grounding and protecting, especially if you are a light worker. You know, if you're a psychic, you always need to ground yourself before each reading. You need to learn how to protect yourself, because when you're working with energies, not everyone's energy is positive and upbeat, and especially if you're dealing with spirit as well, like mediums do. There are times where I have actually had to stop a reading and tell one spirit that he needs to vacate the room because the energy was just not right. And the message that he was bringing forward was not going to be beneficial for my client, and I refused to hand that over. So what I've done, yes, I have been doing quite a bit of homework, is I've actually written down a few things that I want to share with you today in regard to how to ground yourself. Now, grounding, what does grounding mean? So grounding yourself is a process of balancing your physical, your emotional and your mental energy state, and then reconnecting with them, okay? So, yourself, when you're feeling overtired, the first thing you want to do is go and have a really good sleep, and when you get up, you feel like your energy's back, you've got your mojo back. So for me, I really look at what resonates with me personally, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to give you some guidance today, and that something in what I say will absolutely resonate with you. Now, I am a huge crystal energy healer, so crystals really are my baby. And you can see over my corner, wrong side, over my corner here, that is a 13-kilo amethyst chevron sphere. So I work with that for protection, as well as open me up on a psychic level as well. So I get more clarity by working with my chevron amethyst. So for the crystals, hematite stone, which is a black stone, is the ultimate grounding gemstone for the body. You can quite often, if you've got a small piece of that, you can have it in your bra, you can have it in your pocket, and it's just that energy is working with you constantly and keeping you protected. I also love working with smoky quartz. I feel smoky quartz works on so many levels, and all of the crystals will do many different healings or protections. It's not just you work with one for that, or you work with another one for your awakening, or so all your crystals will work on various other areas that you need to be working with. Now, if you're in red jasper, is also a beautiful, beautiful stone to work with. And I apologise, I probably should have had these so that I could pick them up and show you. Red jasper is also a beautiful crystal to be working with for grounding yourself. But if you're in Australia, I like to use mookiite, because mookiite is the red jasper in Australia, but it's so tribal. And working on those, we've got the beautiful Uluru here, and just out of Uluru you've got the Olgas, which is such a spiritual connection to the world. If you're looking at the world and all the different chakras that resonate with all the different wonders in the world, that Uluru and the Olgas is, I believe, now don't quote me on this, I believe it is around your root chakra or your base chakra, and this is where the Australian mookiite is such a beautiful stone to be working with instead of the red jasper. And it's readily available, and it comes in different colours. Like there's it has mustard colours and ochre colours and white and red all through it. It's a beautiful, beautiful crystal to be using, and it's a really beautiful way to help ground you. Now, that's just a nutshell within the crystals. And remember, this is for grounding. Now, if you are a aromatherapist, to ground yourself, obviously make sure that you are using essential oils that is okay with you. So obviously knowing what your medical history is, and if you're using essential oils in regard to with your clients, please make sure you know what their medical history is, because the last thing you want to be doing is bringing in a essential oil that is actually going to trigger an effect with them. So hypothetically, if you're working with someone that is that has lupus, the last thing you would be using is using any essential oil that is photogenic, that is, like all your citrus oils. There's no way you would go anywhere near a client with lupus, because they've got to stay out of the sun. And using your citral oils actually emphasises the photogenics of it all. So when you're working with oils, make sure that you know exactly what you can and can't use in your essential oils for yourself. Now, for me, the ones that I'm going to speak about today, I know I can use. So again, it's doing your homework. So sandalwood is beautiful for grounding. Cypress, patchouli, and vetiver. Now, you can use these, but always make sure that you dilute them. Don't put them raw, like fresh, onto your skin. Make sure you use a carrier oil, and that could be like a grapeseed oil or a coconut oil, and just a few drops in the oil, and then use it on your body. But a beautiful way is to also use it through your vaporizer. Now, with that, you get this beautiful smell all through the room, and you just feel it. It's got such a beautiful grounding. You really feel scented, which is what I really, really love. Now, also, there's lots of different other methods that you can use. It can be as simple as taking your shoes and socks off and going out and walking on the grass or the sand, even on stones. Stones is a beautiful way to really get yourself grounded. And when you're doing that, just visualise all your negative energy being drawn away from your body and down into Mother Earth. Now, what you'll notice that your legs and your feet may actually start feeling quite heavy, and that's a great way. You just know that all the energies is being released from you, and you're going to feel so grounded. You're going to feel like you've got more clarity in your head, and it's almost like you feel that you've got a weight being lifted off your shoulders. Okay. Now, the other thing that, I've got a beautiful park just down the road from here, and quite often if I'm having a busy day with my clients, I'll close the door for 10 minutes, run down to the park, and I'll just actually put my hand up on a tree trunk. I'll take my shoes and socks off, go and stand under a tree with my hand on the tree, and I just imagine all that energy, or the negative energy, is drawing away and going into the trunk and down into Mother Earth. It's, and I always feel like I've got more energy. I get my mojo back. And again, I always feel that my feet are going to get really heavy with this, but after, and it can be as simple as 2 minutes under this tree, and I just go, I take a deep breath in, and I just feel amazing afterwards. Now, another great way, if you haven't got, if you're stuck in, and this is for anyone, regardless if you're in the corporate world and you're stuck in concrete city, I call it, this is where you can actually just stop and focus on your breathing. And it's taking in a slow, deep breath, and you hold that breath, and then you release that. Now, if you do this 7 times, and it's as simple as breathe in for 3, hold for 3, and breathe out for 3. Now, if you do that 7 times, you are going to really feel grounded again. You're going to feel less chaotic. But another way is when you find yourself in a situation and you actually feel like your energies, you're losing control. It's taking that deep breath in and just think about the situation you're in and going, is this going to affect my life that in 20 years' time, does it really matter? So it's like being in the here and now, but actually looking back and going, hang on a minute, in 20 years' time, is this really going to be affecting me? Sometimes you'll go, yes, it will, and you need to deal with that. But again, take your shoes and socks off, go outside and ground. But if you look at a situation and going, you know what, is this really going to matter in 20 years' time? No, it's not. It's a great way to be really grounded with that. Like because you're actually responding to a situation instead of reacting to it. Beautiful grounding. And like one of possibly my most personal favourite thing to do is to go and sit under a tree with my back up against the trunk, shoes and socks off again, and just allowing all that energy to flow through you, through your legs, down your feet, into Mother Earth. That would possibly be my most favourite ways to ground myself. Mother Earth, Father Sky, it always has your back, and they're always there. They are your constant for grounding, okay? Now, so that's grounding, and I just want to touch very quickly on protection now. And you don't have to be a psychic or an energy healer. This is for everyone that's listening. So how to protect yourself, but and if you are a psychic, how to protect yourself psychically. Now, again, crystals are paramount. Shungite, black amber, black tourmaline, labradorite. Labradorite I absolutely love. And in fact, my phone cover is actually labradorite. It's got a picture of labradorite on it and all the colours, and it's just beautiful. You've got the beautiful fluorite, and this can be your rainbow fluorite. Amethyst, which as you can see is in my background there. Smoky quartz. A given though is the darker the crystal, the more protective it is, okay? So, even if you're working with amethyst or your fluorites, which can be at times can be quite pale, look for ones that are really, really strong in colour, okay? So, again, the darker the crystal, the more protective, okay? Now, I love doing visualisation with this. Every morning before I get out of bed, I actually visualise like this man-sized, really double thick balloon. And sometimes it's white, sometimes it's purple, just depends on how I'm feeling at the time. And I actually, when I get out of bed, I sit up and this is a visualisation. I visualise myself stepping into that balloon. I even bend down and tie the balloon up. So throughout my day, I'm walking in this balloon. I'm in my own little bubble, but I'm being totally protected. So any negative energies that are coming to me, I just reflect that back to those that are reflecting it, that are sending it to me, and ask, you know what, you can have that back. And I ask that you receive the healing that you need. Because anyone that is trying to send negative energy to you, that just shows me that they're sitting in a whole lot of stuff that needs to be healed. And, whether it be jealousy or envy or anything, the green-eyed monster, you can send that back. But always send it back with love, all right, and ask that they receive the healing that they need. So that's my personal favourite, is that visualisation of a great big balloon that I step into, and I love that. Now, the other thing you can do is perform a white light meditation. For protecting yourself, just imagine this massive white light coming through your crown, all the way down through all your chakras, or down your legs and your feet, and that you are absolutely encapsulated in this beautiful white light. Such a beautiful protection, and you don't get any more pure than white, Now, again, working with essential oils, you would work with, obviously, looking at your medical history and making sure that you do the homework on what contradicts in what you do on what you're dealing with medically. Okay. Now, we also so neroli is a beautiful one with that. Myrrh is beautiful. I absolutely love working with myrrh because it helps release negative energies. Cedar wood, now on a psychic level and a spiritual vibration level, cedar wood is probably one of the highest essential oils that you can use, or the most powerful, I shouldn't say highest, most powerful essential oils, as it produces a spiritual vibration which purifies and grounds the body. So you're protecting, you're purifying, and you're also grounding. So, you know, if you only have one essential oil in your light workers kit, then you would absolutely have cedar wood in that. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, again, other practices that you can do, meditation. I love meditation. You're working with the subconscious mind. You're letting it get you into a whole different level. Another beautiful way to protect yourself is to listen to upbeat music. Now, this is probably going to make a lot of people laugh, but I love Nutbush by Tina Turner. And actually, my version by Bob Seger is probably my favourite one. But I listen to that and I really get the energy going, because I just know that when my energy is really high and you know, the mojo is at an absolute peak, nothing is going to come in and take the wind out from my sails, okay? Also, maintaining a healthy body. The more healthier you are, the more hydrated you are, the more you're protected as well. A great thing, though, is making sure that you don't engage with any negativity. You know, it's like, as I said, if someone's sending you negativity, send it back to them with love and ask that they receive the healing that they need. And it's also important to withdraw your own energy. You know, it's a protection, because you don't want to get into other people's energy that isn't as positive as yours. And if you're having a bad day, and believe me, we all do, there are times where it is better for you to withdraw and just look at why you're having a bad day. And, you know, by doing that, you're protecting yourself as well. Follow your instincts but by, you know, saying an affirmation. I absolutely love working with affirmations. And it can be as simple as, I am always divinely protected and guided. I'll just say that again. Saying a affirmation to protect yourself is, I am always divinely protected and guided. Now, I was going to speak about anchoring for light workers, but I'm going to leave that now, because in 3 weeks' time, on May the 22nd, I have Beth Elaine Haynes coming in. Now, Beth is my spiritual mentor, and we're going to be talking more about anchoring and more on a psychic realm. She is going to be phenomenal, and it is one show that you will not want to miss, and she will actually be talking a lot about anchoring. It's totally different to grounding. So grounding is for us earth beings, anchoring is for the light workers. Now, I'm just going to bring in Tracy now. We've got Tracy online. So hi, Tracy, and welcome, and how can I help you today?
Hi, I'm Tracy. And I was just wondering, I know that you might do some medium type readings, and I was wondering if my mother had a message for me.
Your mother, okay. Just bear with me. Just take a deep breath in for me, Tracy.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Tracy, I'm actually being told right now that I feel like you're sitting on a decision and you need to make a decision, but you're terrified that your mother's not going to approve. If you say yes, I feel that your mother's not going to approve with that decision. However, she's also telling me that you need to live your own life. You need to make the choices that are right for you, not the choices that you feel that your mother wants you to make. Does that make sense?
It does, yes.
Yeah. I'm actually feeling, are you looking at moving?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of movies, of course.
Sorry, say that again?
Yeah, so I was asking if I was planning on moving. Was that the question?
I actually feel that she's questioning where the move is to. I feel that she's saying the move is appropriate for you. She's saying, yes, the move is the right thing for you to do, but she's actually questioning where the move is taking you. So if you've got two places that you could move to, really, she's showing me that, I'm being shown there's steps to a house, and then there's another house that's available for you that doesn't have the steps. She's telling me to walk away from the steps. The steps, she's showing me red flags, which is telling me that there is a massive warning sign about the house that has steps. Okay, if there's a house that is level, she's showing me that this is the house you need to go to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, are you resonating with that?
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you. Say that for me one more time.
She's just telling me that there's 2 houses that you're looking at. One has stairs.
Mm-hmm.
She's telling me to stay away from there. There's another house that, if you haven't found it yet, it is coming. And that's the house that you need to go.
Well, that's good news. Okay. Anything else?
Now, there's also something about, have you got a vase of hers? Or an urn?
No.
Okay. She's telling me that there's something that you want to take with you, but it's time to let it go. And it's in regard to something of hers that you used to, it's a sentimental thing, but it's almost like it's in the way. It's almost like you've got it packed up, and she's saying that it's time for it to leave. You don't need to have it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now,
Perfect.
Tracy, is the move work related?
No, I mean, it's not even for sure. It was just something I've been thinking about. I haven't made any moves upon it or even looked around. You know what I mean? Just something for the future.
Yeah, I'm actually feeling that it is time, and your mother's telling me it is time. I'm getting 4 months, 4 to 5 months, and it will be time for you to really start making those decisions, okay? But your mum's actually saying it is time, but you need to... she's actually saying make sure that you're moving for the right reasons.
Okay.
Okay, so it's like... make sure you're doing it for you, not because you feel that that's, it's, oh, God, I'm sorry. She's jumping from pillar to post at the moment. She's telling me that, 4 to 5 months will be the right time, but make sure you're doing it for you. I'm actually feeling that, Tracy, are you trying to please everyone at the moment? You there, Tracy? Okay. All right, I'll just keep going here. Tracy, I'm actually feeling that you're trying to please everyone, and you're actually feeling quite chaotic and lost. Okay, so what I'm seeing with that is make sure that this move is specifically what you want to do and not be trying to please other people. Okay. I've got a lot of positivity around this. I feel though that it will take you nearly 12 months to really settle. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is time for you to really start getting proactive on working out where it is that you really want to go, and make sure that you're doing it for you. I feel the move will go forward quite well. It will be quite a smooth move for you, but I actually feel that it may take you a good 12 months to really feel settled, and I actually feel that there's a beautiful friendship group that you're going to be joining, and I've got a lot of healing, deep healing within that. So, yes, it is the right time, but make sure you're doing it for you, okay?
Yeah, we definitely... Okay. Yeah, because it would definitely be a big change.
Yeah, I'm missing that. But I'm just feeling by Christmas that you will be in a totally different place, a different house. But I've just got so much positivity around that. But I actually feel right now, Tracy, is time for you to do some internal healing. And I actually feel that you need to be it's almost like I'm feeling that you need to apologise to yourself. And that... Oh, wow, sorry. I actually feel that your mother is saying that she owes you an apology in regard to something that happened many, many, many years ago. So what I'm seeing with that is your mother's apologising to you, darling, okay? But I'm also being told that it's time for you to apologise to you, okay? I'm getting this overwhelming feeling of a massive hug coming to you from your mum. But she's also got tears. She's telling me that She's saying, I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed her the most. Okay? So she's actually I'm seeing tears coming down her face at the moment. Yeah. But what I'm also encouraging you to do right now, though, Tracy, is that you need to apologise to you. I feel that you're sitting with some guilt in regard to the decisions that you've made over your life so far. But I actually feel that right now, over the next 12 to 18 months, is going to be very internal healing for you. Okay? So what I'm saying with that is working on, I would be highly recommending meditation, okay, and looking at meditating on healing, meditating on guilt. But I feel that you're actually sitting in a lot of guilt at the moment, and the guilt is the decisions that you have made for yourself over the years. Yeah. Now, when we make decisions, we feel that they're the right decisions that we're making at the time. But I just feel, again, over the next 12 to 18 months is all about you healing, Tracy. Okay, so I hope you're resonating with that, Dale. You've got some really good support coming to you, but I feel it is a whole new friendship group. So I'd like to thank you for calling in today, and I'm hoping that you take relevance of what I've said and do the homework, darling. All right, my dear friends, so this is Guidance with Glenyce from the Tranquil Room in Albury. If anyone would like a more in-depth reading with me, or if anyone's really resonating in regard to the grounding or the protection, please hit me up with a message on the Tranquil Room at outlook.com for an email, or you could call me on 0417 497 343 in Australia, or just get on the tranquilroom.com.au and you can leave a message through that as well. So I'd like to thank you all for joining me today. My country code for Australia is 6161. So I'd like to thank you all for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. So from my heart to your heart, be kind to you, and I'll be talking to you very, very soon. Have a great week. Thank you, guys.